let them start the introductions. We'll go up at about 5:00, and we'll chat a little bit, and then we'll, as it gets closer to game time. Sound check?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Hello. Test, test, test.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to William G. Tierney Field, located at USA Lacrosse headquarters, for tonight's Interscholastic Athletic Association of Maryland A-Conference Lacrosse Championship, featuring the number 4 ranked Maryvale Prep School and the number 2 ranked Archbishop Spalding High School. USA Lacrosse encourages good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Artificial noisemakers are prohibited throughout this game. If one is heard, the prop will be confiscated and you can be removed from the facility. Only authorized personnel are allowed on the field before, during, and after the conclusion of this game. Please do not storm the field. And now, please welcome the reserves for the Maryvale Lions. Number 4, Finley Jones. Number 6, Emily Kozinski. Number 8, Finley Jackson. Number 9, Emma McCormick. Number 10, Clara McCormick. Number 11, Carly Kupsel. Number 12, Reese Pasco. Number 13, Mally Hurd. Number 14, Carly Aldridge. Number 15, Madeline Brennan. Number 16, Brianne O'Connor. Number 17, Maddie Finkel. Number 18, Lainey Minderline. Number 20, Caroline Bocci. Number 24, Kate Christensen. Number 26, Avery Mitcherling. Number 27, Claire Rice. Number 28, Emma Butler. Number 32, Heidi Dwan. Number 33, Bryn Howells. Number 34, Finola McCormick. Number 35, Ashlyn Mikulowski. Number 36, Kaylee Matthews. And now please welcome the starting lineup for the Lions. A freshman midfielder, number 1, Maddie Moran. Junior defender, number 3, Chloe Thomas. Senior defender, number 5, Addie Jarris. Senior midfielder, number 7, Avery Wheatenkamp. Junior attacker number 19, Emma Moan. Senior attacker number 21, Katie Ryan. Senior attacker number 22, Avery Katir.
Oh boy.
Junior attacker number 23, Kaden Reese. Senior defender number 25, Mara Ridgely. Sophomore defender number 30, Kendall Carfine. And in the goal for the Lions, a senior, number 29, Tessa DeLuca. Maryville's head coach is Brian Reese, assisted by Pat McGinnis, Jen O'Brien, and Aaron McDonald. The managers are Millie Waldron, Tabby Murray, and Rory McDonald. And now, please welcome the reserve.
Good evening and welcome to IAAM A Conference Lacrosse. We are here at William Tierney Field at the campus of USA Lacrosse. I'm Larry Dukes with Freddie Newman. Freddie, we're here for some real exciting action here in A Conference.
What a game we have ahead of us today. The number 2 seed versus the number 4 seed in a battle that I think is going to shock and awe of what we're going to see on the field today. Like we said, there's no real underdog out here today. This is just an even match. I expect a dogfight. I expect a tough, gritty game. And I'm really excited to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, and not what we may have expected for this A Conference final. Two teams that battled their way through the bracket. And Freddie, how did they get here?
Well, we have some really tough matchups. As you know, the A Conference is an absolute gauntlet. Every game, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. And so through a battle back and forth throughout the season, we had Spalding defeating Notre Dame Prep, I believe, 18-9, and then a huge 10-9 win over St. Paul's in the semifinal matchup. Then we have Maryville was over, Spalding beat St. Mary's, I apologize. Maryville over Notre Dame Prep, 18-9, and then Spalding or Maryville in a battle against McDonough, 10-9 in overtime.
Yeah, and both teams came in here today really excited about the opportunities, and we'll see if that excitement, we don't want it to get overdone too soon, right?
Exactly. I think you're going to see a lot of evenness across the field. Every 50-50 ball is going to matter today for both teams. Expect a lot of battles on the draw circle and anything on the ground. I expect to see both teams going after them very hard. The little things are going to make the difference in this game with two talented teams.
Yeah, as you can hear in the background, the stadium announcer is now introducing the Spalding starters. We've had Maryville complete team introduced, and we're moving to the national anthem in just a moment.
And Shane McArdle. The manager is Addison Christian. The officials for today's game are Elizabeth Goodman, Don Kraft, Pete Hollerbach, and Greg Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, will you now please stand and remove your hats as we honor America.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem. Well, the pregame festivities now complete, and we're ready for some lacrosse. Officials will check out the nets, take their positions, and we'll have some lacrosse here in just a moment. Stands filled here tonight, Freddie.
Filled and weirdly enough, a lot of red here, Larry. A lot of red. Kind of hard to tell the fanships. But it is a packed house here at U.S. Lacrosse headquarters, and just a testament to the amazing lacrosse that we're about to see on the field.
As you're tuning in, Spalding will be in the white with red numbers. Maryvale in red with white numbers. Spalding is the home team, and they are to the right of us. Maryvale to the left. Last minute conversations in the huddle. What would you tell them right now, Freddie?
Oh, I think you have to say, we've been here before. Do what we've been doing that got us here. You're trying to manage a lot of nerves out there, a lot of emotions. Both teams, it's been a long time since they've been to this stage in the A conference. So there's a lot that the players are thinking about, and I think until they hear that first whistle, there'll still be a little bit of nerves and anxiety, but the draw should settle them down, and the team that goes and does what they do best first is probably going to be the team that comes out on top.
You say that, and this is in the A conference. This is Spalding's first trip to the finals, right?
First trip to the finals. Kind of been a building program over the last few years. They've been in the hunt. They've been in the middle of the pack, and I think this group for Coach Terachet has just finally been the group that's gotten over the hump. She really talked about how close they were as a team and how much they had bought in, and really felt like they wanted to do something special for their seniors in the past and their alum, but also for some of their current players who unfortunately won't be able to play today.
Gotcha. And Maryvale's been here, but it's been a while, right?
Yes, I think Maryvale's last win was in 2002, so we've been quite a while. I believe they had an appearance in 2013 with an eventual loss to McDonough School. But again, another program that over the last few years has just kind of been clawing their way up. Under fourth-year coach Brian Reese, has been able to bring a lot of very strong players to the program, and they've consistently, especially with this senior group, I believe he started when they were freshmen, they've just gotten better and better each season. Today you're going to see a nice mix of veterans and youth on this Maryvale team, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays against the senior-laden Spalding team.
Archbishop Spalding, number 20, Ellie Downs.
So at the draw, we have Ellie Downs for Archbishop Spalding, and for Maryvale, we'll have Caden Reese, number 23. So our first draw of the game about to happen. And off the draw, we're controlled by Spalding.
Control,
Ellie Downs with the control. And they'll work it around the perimeter and to the back of the net.
I think this first possession here is going to be about settling the kids down, looking for something that we know that works for us. Everybody getting a possession, everybody getting a touch, get comfortable with the ball in our sticks.
That's exactly what they're doing, Freddie. It's like you talked them through it in the huddle. And the first move, shot, a skip, and first save of the game.
DeLuca is a Clemson commit, has been the backbone of that Maryvale defense all season long. And I think both goalies today, we're going to see some of the top goalkeeping in the A conference.
Now Maryvale will work it around. And the move, look, pulls it back out.
One thing to look out here for, Larry, is the mixing up of defenses by both teams. Talking to both coaches beforehand, they said that, they wanted to really use their defenses to kind of keep the other team off balance, switch it up, try to create advantages and mismatches when they could.
Avery Wheatenkamp setting up at the top, makes her move.
Sending a double here, Spalding, trying to get those slides. And great team defense there by Spalding.
And taken away by Spalding and poked away, but it's going to be Spalding's ball.
Yeah, Coach Shea mentioned that we should be prepared to see a lot of slides on her defensive end. They want to be a strong team defense, not rely too much on the one-on-one matchups.
And the ball cleared. Number 7 for Spalding is Hadley Zervalik. Back over to Downs. And around the perimeter again, behind the net. And back out front. Ellie Downs setting it up to Ellie Roberts. Both teams early on, great defense.
You can really hear the communication out there from the Lions. Again, another team really trying to use team defense.
In front, wide.
But look at that hustle.
And it's going to go over to Maryvale.
And as we talked about earlier, Larry, these are the type of plays that I think are going to become a big difference down the stretch. Hustling on the back line to rebound that shot, give your team another opportunity.
Tessa DeLuca gets it out. Over to number 3, Chloe Thomas. And into the attack zone is number 23, Caden Reese. Eight minutes, 30 seconds remains in the first quarter. Back behind the net. And the sun is poking through. We had a little bit of rain earlier, but now we have sun. Didn't make it any warmer, did it,
It did
Freddie?
not. Still have the chill in the air.
2 moves, and we got our first violation.
Looks like a shooting space call down there on the Spalding D.
Taking it for Maryvale, Emma Moan.
And Moan was able to split the double team there and cause a late
Comes
slide.
in, and her shot goes about 3
Yeah.
feet over the net.
That was tipped there. That was good defense. Looks like Spalding's in a very tight pressure man-to-man here. Actually looks like they have a face guard on number 23, Caden Reese, in the start here. Trying to keep her
at bay, huh?
Keep her at bay. Probably a good move for the number 1 recruit in class of 2026, Maryland commit. Try to give her as little touches as possible. Make Maryvale beat you any other way.
And Spalding walking it up now. Ella Davis surveying the midfield. And she gets it over to Ellie Roberts. And Ellie Roberts brings it across the midfield.
They have a lot of confidence in Roberts clearing the ball through that midfield. She's a very strong runner. Great stick.
The pass in front, gets away. And controlled. And on the run, here comes Maryvale. Number 1,
freshman
Maddie Moran. Yep. Shot,
and
score! Score by number 21, Katie Ryan, I believe. We'll get the official score, but I believe it was number 21, Katie Ryan.
Yeah, that assist there by Moran, just pretty much a perfect fast break. Can't ask for much more than that. Moran's been instrumental for the Maryvale Lions. She actually scored the game winner in the semifinal game to get here. So pretty big play for a freshman on a very talented team. But, you know, textbook right up.
Believe they announced the goal with Maddie Moran, but I think it was a feed from Maddie.
It was a feed from Maddie, yep.
To Katie Ryan.
I believe so.
So we'll go with what we're saying, and if there's a correction, we'll do it later. How about that, Freddie?
Yeah, I like that.
Back to the draw. Ellie Downs. It's controlled by Maryvale. Number 18, Lainey Minderline. She hands off to Caden Reese.
Maryvale settling a little bit here, getting into their offense. They've been pretty quick off the draw the last few possessions. Again, you can see that pressure trying to keep the ball away from Caden Reese. She's got the ball now.
And then the defender does a big sag into the defense, knowing that she's not a threat from long distance. But if she gets a step, it's all over, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, you can't underestimate the amount of attention you have to put on her. Sometimes 2-3 players are looking her way, and it really is going to open up some opportunities for somebody else off ball.
You can see the defense collapse all around her. Like you said, it should free up somebody. And take away by Spalding. And ball back over to Spalding.
I'm very impressed by both defenses, but really the Spalding defense discipline so far. They seem very confident in their assignments and their slides, and they've been able to cause a couple of turnovers early on in this game.
Four minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter here at Tierney Field. In a brisk May evening. Moving in front. Not there. Goes around the back of the net. Look up top. Over to Ellie Roberts. Roberts. Pass inside. Shot. Just wide. Shot by Mackenzie Brewer. Went just right of the net. And Spalding back with it. Look. Skip shot. And a save. DeLuca comes up strong again. And Maryvale sprinting. And cleared. Reese with the ball. Reese spins. Looks underneath. And behind the net. Back on top to Reese. She's going to set up. Movement. Gets double teamed. Looks. Taken away by Spalding. And now they're going to run the other way.
Man, relentless on the redefend here for both teams. You know, you're just seeing pure athleticism in the middle, but neither team is giving up on transition, which is great to see.
Errant pass. Controlled by Spalding. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remain in the first quarter. Ball over to Ella Downs. And she gives it up. To the left-hander, Ella Jane Ostrowski.
Yeah. It's a check in the sphere there against Maryvale. See what they do here with this 8 meter. A little bit off angle here, 8 meters.
Yeah, this is a tough angle,
Look,
even for a left-hander.
even for a lefty. Might see a pass here.
Yeah. And it goes back behind the net. Look in front. Shot.
Wow.
Score! Number 15, Amanda Gazelle. Beautiful pass.
Beautiful pass inside. I think that was number 1,
Ava
Baselga,
Baselga.
on the assist. I mean, again, just incredible stick skills, confidence in your teammate. There's about a centimeter of space there for that catch that she made and finished.
Scored by number 15, Amanda Gazelle.
3 people quickly converged on her, but it was too late.
It was.
Put it in the back of the net.
And, I think Spalding's going to have to look for some quick goals like that. DeLuca's tough, and, facing things where she has to move a little bit might be easier for them.
And back on the draw is Downs for Spalding. And for Maryvale, it was Caden Reese. But it's controlled by Spalding. Mackenzie Brewer with it now and makes her way around the perimeter and to the back of the net.
Spalding has been just content with being methodical on attack. And I know Coach Shea said that she wanted her girls to really focus again on what they'd been doing best, what got them there. Let's not switch up. She talked a lot about how they filled shoes by committees. Big injury to Notre Dame commit Maeve Kavanaugh early in the season. So they've had some big shoes to fill, but they've been doing it together, which has been great to see.
Loose ball controlled by Maryvale.
Chloe Thompson with some speed. She's a Stanford commit on defense there. Coach Reese mentioned that she was a linchpin in that defense, drawing some pretty big assignments. Seems like she drew Roberts from Spalding as an assignment, which is tough.
And stepped on a sideline. Ball is going to get turned over to Spalding. And
Not sure what this is.
might be blood. Yep.
Oh,
We got a bloody knee, so we're
there it
going to
is.
take her out of the lineup and get treated. And taking the ball is number 8, Olivia Murphy for Spalding. And she'll send it back to the goalie.
Man,
Ella Davis. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Maryvale 1, Spalding 1. So we'll take a break in the action here and come back for quarter number 2. I'm Larry Dukes with Freddie Newman. We'll be back to you in just a moment. And we're Red Dog Media. We're back here at William G. Tierney Field at USA Lacrosse in lovely but crisp Hunt Valley, Maryland. We enter the second quarter with Maryvale and Spalding knotted at 1. Freddie, a little bit of jitters in that first quarter?
You think so, maybe a little on the offensive end, but my goodness, both defenses have been stout today. And both coaches talked about how important their defenses were, how much they played like a unit. And you can see, even if there are some nerves, they seem to be sticking to both teams' game plan, which is great.
Yeah, and the key there is it looked like the players really responded well to the game plan, especially on defense. So we're going to have the draw again, same two for Spalding. It will be Ellie Downs, and for Maryvale, Caden Reese. And we'll do it again.
Just definitely got a field change here in between quarters. Maryvale and Spalding switch in between quarters, so the teams will be going the opposite way.
And the draw controlled by number 27, Mackenzie Brewer, for Spalding. Perimeter passes. Now Ellie Roberts makes a move and score! Could be number 24.
Yeah, I think it's 24. Lillian Downs, the freshman out of the midfield.
So if it is, what an exciting thing for a freshman to score in the
it's an unreal.
Spalding goal scored by number 24, Lillian Downs.
Yeah, freshman scores the
By number 32, Ellie Roberts.
goal in the championship final.
Got to be a great feeling, huge moment. Downs coming out of the midfield, and I think watching the midfield play for both teams, how they utilize that box, who they send in and when. It looked like in a zone defense there, Maryvale got a little lost, but it was still a great catch by Downs finishing up front.
Maryvale had a change in the draw. It was handled by number 14, Carly Aldridge. Maddie Moran controlled the draw for Maryvale. And a score!
It's Avery Wheatonkamp there, just on a
Maryvale unassisted goal scored by number 7, Avery Wittenkamp.
just great individual effort. You noticed Maryvale cleared some space for her, gave her a great driving lane. Great moves inside with a nice little finish.
Maryvale responds with a senior taking control and going unassisted. Wiedenkamp for their second goal. So we had one goal the entire first quarter, and in the first minute of the second quarter, we've each had a goal for both teams.
Yeah, teams are waking up a little bit, starting to feel, where they can probe and get some opportunities and looks.
And back on the draw, same two again. For Maryvale, Carly Aldridge, and they'll control.
Ball is awarded to Avery Wheatonkamp.
Wheatonkamp gets awarded the ball. And now Maryvale works the perimeter.
Ooh.
A collision of two players.
Man, what a dodge by Moran. And you notice some of that same play action that we saw on that last play there for Maryvale. Clear out to one space, give your kids driving lanes, look for some cuts and try to draw some double teams for some give and goes or some draw and dumps.
And move to the front, shot, block.
Great save.
Ella Davis comes up big. Looked like it could be a kick save there. And the ball working its way around. You can see the confidence level in both teams' offenses starting to strike up a notch.
Yeah, they seem, they kind of, the first quarter was feeling each other out, very settled, maybe run our offense a little bit longer. Seems like both teams have found some matchups they'd like to exploit, some individual matchups as well.
Ella Davis controls, and she'll walk it up for Spalding.
Coach Shea couldn't say enough good things about Davis, the Virginia commit. Just, again, another just backbone player. I think we're looking at 2 of the top goalkeepers in the league, and expect to see them playing a lot in the future on the next level.
I've been listening to some very impressive university names as you've been sharing where these kids are headed.
Yeah, the great thing about this conference is you are seeing the future of college lacrosse here on these fields, and these girls are representing some of the top lacrosse players not only in our area but in the country, and it's really great to get that opportunity to watch them at this stage and to see them grow into their roles in the future.
IAAM every year puts out such great talent.
It speaks volumes to these coaches to be able to coach teams so full of talent and create that balance, especially when you're mixing in veterans and youth. Both coaches spoke highly about how team-oriented their team were, how they just wanted to win, how they just wanted to play together. And I think we're seeing that out here. Everything is balanced. Everybody's looking for their best opportunities. Nobody's trying to do too much outside of their role.
And everyone is helping each other, help defense. A lot of communication. You said it early on, Freddie. Communication on defense has been outstanding.
Incredible save.
And now controlled by Spalding, and they'll bring it up to the midfield. Back to the middle.
Again, we see athletes all over this field, and not just lacrosse players. Coach Reese especially spoke about how many multi-sport athletes he have on this team. Basketball players, soccer players. He really spoke and credited their participation in other sports with helping them be better lacrosse players.
Shot score!
My goodness.
Beautiful shot, Ellie Roberts.
Roberts has been incredible with the ball in her stick and just getting great drives to goal. And what a shot, bottom corner.
Cavaliers on assisted goal, scored by number 32.
Into the bottom right. I don't think the goalie saw it till it was bouncing off the net.
Yeah, I mean, that was just the quickest release you can think of. As soon as she got that top side, that ball was out of her stick. And again, Roberts is a big player out there. She's really using her size to create, separation from her defender. Seems like Thomas is her biggest matchup, and Thomas is using speed, but when Roberts could get her body into her, it's pretty tough for Thomas to get that stop there.
And on the draw again, this time Carly Aldridge will take it for Maryvale. And for Spalding, it's Ellie Downs. And the ball controlled by Spalding.
Draw control, Ellie Downs.
Ellie retrieved it. Got credit for the draw control.
Again, Spalding very patient on attack, getting their midline in there, getting spread out.
6 minutes, 20 seconds remains in the half.
You can see these Maryvale defenders are doing a great job of pushing the Spalding attackers out, down the line, giving them tough angles, and it created a turnover there again.
And poked away and taken by Maryvale. And they'll sprint up the sideline, far sideline.
Go in through there and down the steps.
and ball movement are all around. And back up top. Number 14 is Carly Aldridge. She
Great
spies an
finds.
open player's shot, and what a save.
What a save.
Ella Davis comes up strong again. Reese, and Reese goes down.
Crowd doesn't like that one, but I do think that was a good call. Just nice to meet you out there on defense.
Yeah, Mackenzie Brewer. Ball controlled by number 18, Lenny Meterline.
Oh, crease violation.
And we had a crease violation, so we'll go up the other way.
Yeah. Minderline tried to sneak it inside there. It looked like she did get the inside step, but just a little too close to the crease. Would have been a heck of a goal if it counted. Again, I know we've been saying it, but I'm just so interested in the patience Spalding is showing. Even in the clear game, having their goalie walk it up, not trying to pressure. Maryvale is riding hard, trying to prevent a tough pass.
And Ella Davis not overreacting, just kind of waiting for the right opening. And there she got it. Number 9, Sam Collins.
We'll see if that patience maintains on the Spalding attack. They have 30 seconds here on the possession clock remaining. I like the ball on Robert's stick here.
Yeah. Down to 10 seconds.
Oh,
We got our first yellow card. And off the field is going to come number 25, Mara Wrigley for Maryvale.
and that's a tough play there for Wrigley. I mean, she's trying to play the ball off a bounce. Kind of popped up high in Basegla's stick and just trying to play the ball. She did catch her head there a little bit. That's going to be a yellow card every time.
And 2 minutes for her. And out of bounds it goes, and Maryvale will control.
Tough break there. Can't capitalize on the reset or on the 2-minute penalty. And Spalding is a woman up here. See how Maryvale decides to handle it offensively.
Ball controlled by number 19, Emma Moan.
Yeah, so, I mean, I love it. I mean, I do. I'm 15, I'm 57, and I've got another 10 more in me, for sure. My wife's a teacher at St. Margaret's, so.
18, Laney Minderline.
Spalding seems to have a bit of a low backer on defensively. All the girls are pressed out with someone in the 8 ready to help in the double team.
Giving all their attention to Reese at the moment.
Oh, gosh.
And yep, we're.
You know, that was a pretty crafty play there by Reese on the quick restart. You know, quick dodge, hard for the defender to get set. Was able to cause that collision there and get herself a good look at goal. Center hash. That looks like they moved her.
And move it to the left. Reese fires and save. Ella Davis coming up big again.
It's hard to explain the amount of confidence a game like this or a half like this can give a goalie. Both goalies are playing extremely well, but Davis seems to be taking way more shots and is just handling each and every one of them.
And the penalty killed, and so we're back at full strength, both squads, as we approach 1 minute remaining in the half. Pressure on the goalie.
Yeah, haven't seen this yet by Maryvale. Let's see how Davis handles it. Oh.
Oh, we got a penalty called on number 22 for Maryvale. Off goes Avery Kater.
So Maryvale, another woman down here. 46 seconds. Not sure if Coach Reese wrote it up like that. Sure he would like that one back. But hey, turnover by Small.
Oh, we got a whistle. And stoppage of the action here. And we're going to go back and reset here.
Did we have an offsides there?
It appears, no. Moving people around.
Yeah, no, I think this was an offsides call by Maryvale off the penalty. You know, little gamemanship. Maybe the ref might not notice us just being a man down, but they did get caught there.
25 seconds remains. Roberts looks. Open in front. Nobody home. Moving in. The look again. And we got a shooting space.
Yes. Man.
13.9 seconds remaining.
Roberts is just having a great half, controlling the offense, controlling the pace, giving her teammates opportunities. It'll be interesting to see how Maryvale adjusts in the second half to her.
Shot goes high. And a fast start. Back in front. Look. Shot. And a save.
Oh,
and that's the end of the first half with Archbishop Spalding leading 3-2.
At the half, Archbishop Spalding 3, Maryvale Prep 2.
We will take a break here. We have a halftime of 10 minutes, so we'll be back to you in just a few. We'll leave the camera on the field so you can see as the teams come back to warm up. We're going to take a quick break, and Freddie will be back with some really exciting stuff in the second half.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
All social platforms.
Freddie, the officials and teams back on the field, and we're ready for the second half. What do you expect to see in the second half?
Well, I'm really interested to see what adjustments both sides make. You know, it still felt like throughout that first half we were filling each other out, trying to figure out what's worked. Obviously, the goalie play has been incredible. So I'm interested to see what Coach Shea and Coach Reese draw up for their teams to kind of get the edge in this half. I expect to see some different defenses. I expect to see some different looks on offense. Maybe get some people in some different positions to confuse the defense and see what they're. Again, I think as the game goes on, if it stays close, we're really going to have to pay attention to which team kind of gets tight, who starts to make those little mistakes that make the difference. You know, we saw at the end there maybe Spalding having an opportunity to go up 2 goals. We get a little quick turnover, and we lose possession when we're man up. And, you know, things like that can be tricky down the stretch.
And you said the little things become really big things. There was a couple of the saves by the Spalding goalie and late in that half also. One was a kick save, and it was pretty amazing that the score still is just 3-2.
It is amazing, and I tell you what, both Spalding and Maryvale owe their goalies a steak dinner after tonight, no matter what happens.
Well, back to the draw. This time we're going to have Caden Reese for Maryvale and Ellie Downs. I think Ellie Downs has taken each draw for Spalding.
I believe so. And Larry, you know, one thing I think, too, we should look for Caden Reese to heat up a little bit in the second half. You know, she's carried them as a team all year long, and I'm interested to see how she finds her shot and what kind of moment she can create to get her team going.
Well, draw control by number 9, Sam Collins for Spalding.
Yeah, Collins is a sophomore, but Coach Shea said how instrumental she'd been this season. You know, earlier in the season, Spalding lost 2 of their top 2 draw people and people on the circle, and she mentioned Collins as someone who's really stepped up and helped out in that area, and you can see her impact here on the circle.
Ball controlled by number 9, Sam Collins. She gives it up. Now look in front. Pass a little wide.
Yeah, just
out of the net comes the Maryvale goalie. But the ball's going to come over to Spalding. Much to the chagrin of the Maryvale crowd.
Yeah, that last look there, great look by Spalding, just a little late on the pass. All even now. Maryvale was finishing out the last few minutes of that card there.
The duck in front, shot, and a save. These are incredible saves. That one by DeLuca.
These goalies are on fire. I think both teams are going to have to dig deep and really create. Man, what an athletic play.
Taken away by Spalding's goalie.
Goodness.
And they now control. And they'll go cross field and bring it up down the middle.
And Larry, we talked in the first half about the confidence that these goalies are gaining each minute, and you saw it there. I mean, Davis jumps the pass, creates a great interception. Her stick skills are phenomenal at being able to handle the pressure on the ride. And
after DeLuca comes up big at the other end.
I mean, it's incredible what these girls are doing back there for both teams.
Collins hands it off to Roberts. Roberts looks, shoots, and scores! What a rocket.
Larry, it feels like we've been calling her name all night, and with good reason.
Ellie Roberts from Collins for the goal.
Number 32, Ellie Roberts.
Makes the score 4-2. Archbishop Spalding.
Roberts is committed 2026 committed to Vanderbilt, and what a steal for that program. I mean, this kid is electric out here. We talked about her physicalness. We talked about the way she controls offense, and right there you saw her power on that shot.
It was her step across the middle of the field was so quick.
So quick, and it seems like she's just in on every play, both on the offensive and defensive end.
Back to the draw. Aldridge going to take it for Maryvale. Ellie Downs for Spalding. And it's controlled by number 18, Lainey Minderline. And to the far corner. And back behind the net. Out to number 7, Hadley Zervalik. She makes a move in and dumps it off behind the net. The number 21, Bella Maggio. Oh, I'm sorry, 21 for Katie Ryan. Look, duck, shot, score! Looked like 18.
It looked like Manderline.
Lainey Minderline possibly with the goal, making it 4-3. Spalding.
Coach Reese shouted Minderline out as a incredible running mate with Caden Reese. Very impactful on their offense. She talked about their two-man game and how well they play off of each other, how well they find each other on the field. But you saw there a little individual success there from Minderline.
She went top shelf with that shot.
I'll tell you, as good as these goalies have played, nobody's stopping the two shots we just saw there, Larry.
No. They're in the perfect positions. And ball control by number 14, Carly Aldridge.
Control, Carly Aldridge.
Carly's a freshman too. Moving in front, Reese. Back out to number 22, Avery Qatar.
Wow, great handles by Minderline there.
Seven minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And we see that little face guard on Reese again. I mean, it's been all game, on and off. Seems like once the ball's out of her stick, Coach Shea has said, don't let her get it back.
And they're always looking to double team.
Wow.
In front, beautiful pass.
Incredible vision on that by Reese. And I think we saw just kind of what we were talking about in the first half, the attention she draws, the number of players she draws on defense, give her teammates so many opportunities, and she's got incredible vision and incredible passing skills to get the ball to them.
And it was Minderline again that she
saw. Her partner in crime, Coach Reese, has them down as just two players that really play well together.
And Minderline, she went top shelf again.
And just like that, Larry, we are back to
tie game.
Tie game. Incredible placement there by Minderline.
Maryvale free position goal scored by number 18, Lainey Minderline.
Just like that, it's 4-4 here in the third quarter. 7 minutes exactly remaining.
Both sides crowds really getting into it. I mean, the poise these girls have to have in a game like this. You have to expect runs. You have to expect goals from the other side, and both teams seem just singularly focused on the next play, the next moment.
And looking across the field, the other side is starting to fill up too, with the standing room only crowd, or the crowd sitting on the hill, as we see the flags blowing straight. Thank goodness it's on that side, not this side. And draw taken by Spalding.
Oof.
Draw is awarded to Sam Collins.
Sam Collins with ball control, or draw control. Then Spalding back on attack.
Roberts again.
He's looking for open. Oh, it was right there.
It was.
Just missed number 15, Amanda Gazelle. And Maryville takes it away, brings it up the field. Number 1 for Maryville is Maddie Moran. And into the attack zone. Went from 2 goals down, has a chance to take the lead now. This is Maryville on the attack.
Moran, definitely very talented two-way midi there, playing both ends of the ball, leading the break. Ooh.
And we're going to have a penalty here. Oh, and he put it back in his pocket.
He delayed that. That's an interesting decision there.
He pulled it out and put it back in. And Coach Reese is going bananas.
Yeah, that's going to rile the crowd up some. Seemed to be like a little push in the back there. Similar call that we've seen throughout the game. Don't get me wrong, it is hard to referee decision calls, but it looked like that one should have been a call. I'm not sure what he saw to throw the flag back down. And, just in terms of the tightness here, Maryvale's got to be smart on these rides while they're being physical. They do have 2 yellow cards from the first half. We don't want to add to that total. Don't want to get to 4 and risk those extra penalties on the 4th card.
And out of bounds it goes in the back. It's going to go over to Maryvale.
Spalding just seems to not quite be able to. Okay. Larry, you got what's going on down there?
No, I sure don't. I wish I could tell you more.
Seemed like some technical issues at the table, perhaps, or some clarifications of a call.
And taken away by Spalding. And Roberts controls. Gets it over to number 17, Ella Jane Ostrowski. And then she has it back. Spalding trying to settle things down in this 4-4 knotted 3rd quarter, 3:50 remaining.
Ostrowski's name we haven't called as much today, but Coach Shea mentioned that she's a player that kind of does a lot of things that you don't see typically on the stat sheet. Possessing the ball, giving her team chances. Another massive DeLuca save there.
Really amazed at the defensive footwork.
To match the athletes that both of these teams have, the defense has to have incredible footwork, and you can see just how patient and poised, how quick their feet are. Also think we don't talk enough about both teams and their body position. I mean, they're not leaning, they're not getting caught, they're not pushing. They're just
right. No overcommitting.
It's great.
And here comes a double team and taken away. Beautiful play.
I'll tell you, Larry, I was waiting for that one all night. We wanted to see what kind of adjustments. Oh, boy.
And a yellow card given to Ellie Roberts.
Yeah, there's a little frustration there, I think. You could see Coach Reese telling everybody to take a breath, calm down. Roberts a little frustrated there, kind of a little retaliation card. They'll be down 2 minutes. But I think that frustration stems from that incredible defensive adjustment Maryvale just made. Roberts has been having her way in the one-on-one. They sent a quick double there, able to get her to turn her back and walk right into the double team check.
And let's see if Maryvale can take advantage of this situation. Reese in control. She gives it up, and they'll move it around.
Spalding's dropped back into a man-down zone here, covering the middle, packing it in. Expect to see Maryvale send some double cutters like we just saw there. Had a wide open in the middle. Another one.
There's a look to turn in front. Shot is just wide. Wide right by Reese.
Probably one of the cleanest looks
Back.
she's got. Ooh, crunched. Again, just Spalding is so quick to double the ball and double the player.
And now in control, Ella Davis eats some time.
Yep.
Lays it down and up the field. Number 6 for Spalding, Ella Bartek.
Tell you, that was an interesting ride beater there. Spalding's a man down. We pull our goalie out of the crease and let another player just run it out. Don't have to worry about everybody being guarded on the ride.
And we're under a minute.
It's the second time I've seen that call. I'm not quite sure what that call is, Larry.
I think she said delay red.
Maybe
So maybe a delay a game.
on
She's
the quick start or something there.
yeah, I think she poked the ball or put the ball down. Roberts back out of the net.
Nice and quick.
25 seconds.
Oh, she's got a matchup she likes too.
Ten seconds. In front, shot, goes wide, back in front, taken away by Maryvale.
Moran again.
And she clears it,
What a play.
and we'll go to the fourth quarter. Knotted at fours. So it's going to come down to 12 minutes of lacrosse or more.
Or more. I'll tell you, you can't ask for a better game than what we're seeing right now. A little bit of everything except high-powered scoring here today, Larry. But this is a great battle by both teams, and we're just seeing a lot of unselfish play out there. You know, some of the biggest players on both sides are making those team effort plays. That interception there by Moran, I mean, keep in mind she's running both ways the entire game. That's just a heads-up play there. And even getting the bounce back there, Spalding kind of chasing that shot down, giving themselves another opportunity. Both teams are trying their best to own the 50-50 plays.
Yeah, it's going to be heartbreaking for one of these two to go home with a loss after playing so well.
These are the games you say it's a shame somebody's got to lose, unfortunately. Yeah. But, I mean, we're being treated to some of the best lacrosse you'll see all season. Very indicative of the talent level on both teams and how well we're being coached. And I'm excited to see how this one ends in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the teams are so evenly matched, too. And you said, it, I believe, in the regular season they were separated by just one goal, right?
Yeah, Spalding beat Maryvale at Maryvale by 1 in mid-April. So, you know, not too long ago. But I think both teams have grown and shifted since then. And again, they're giving each other their best tonight. I think this is exactly what both coaches prepped for and asked of their team. The fourth quarter, I think here we're going to have to see who can handle the emotions the best. The crowd is going to get louder. The plays are going to get tighter. The margin of error gets smaller and smaller. And whoever can keep their cool, rely on their training and on everything they've done all year the best, and whoever can make one more play, I think, comes out on top here.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that as they come out here, this next goal is so important to get that lead in the fourth quarter. It's a whole lot better to be on top than be chasing it.
Oh, absolutely. So we're also going to watch to see how both teams handle physicality in this quarter. Again, tendency to get a little tight, a little bit more desperate. We don't want to make those physical mistakes on the field and put our team in a bad position.
So we get ready for the draw. Aldridge for Maryvale. And Ellie Downs for Spalding. A loose ball. And it's going to go over to Spalding. And awarded to number 27, Mackenzie Brewer.
Awarded to Mackenzie Brewer.
Spalding's been sending middies in off the box all day long, particularly on the offensive end.
Around the perimeter it goes until it hits Roberts. And she looks to make a move inside and then dishes it off.
Great check.
And ball awarded to Spalding. Shot, score! Appears to be number 9, Sam Collins. Or maybe, is that number 9 or number 8, Freddie?
I think it was number 8.
Yeah, it looks like number 8.
Olivia Murphy. And again, one of those players coming out of the box on the offensive end.
Yep.
And interesting little weave play there that Spalding ran, you know. Got the defense shifted. Got Murphy coming top side.
Got a half a step on
Half
the
a
defender.
step, full head of steam. Nice little shot to the corner.
And Spalding now with a 5-4 lead. Let's see if my theory holds up of scoring the first goal in the fourth quarter. Maryville's looking to turn that right around, but poked away, but we've got a violation call. Minderline with the draw control. Now with the free. And back behind the net. Minderline pulls it back out again.
Ooh.
And
You know,
Minderline goes down, and
defensively, Brewer's been all over the place. Another quick defender. You can watch how she just gets right back in the play there.
pass goes behind the net.
It's Dorschner trying to lock off Reese again. And, gosh, I think Reese stumbled there a little bit, but Dorschner gets a heck of a check off on that ball.
Taken by Ella Davis. She sets it down. And up the
You gotta
field.
wonder if this is strategy for Davis or if there's some uncomfortability with her clears right now.
And a ground ball taken and controlled by Spalding. And they'll set up. The sideline coaches screaming for a timeout, and they're going to get it. So we're going to have a timeout here with 8 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Spalding hanging on to a 1-goal lead, 5-4 over Maryvale. We'll be back in just a moment.
Show your support for USA Lacrosse and the stay connected to every thrilling play. Only
And we come back to the action. As I just said, Freddie, freezing Freddie. It is pretty chilly out here this evening.
Yeah, it is. You know, we've had a beautiful week and kind of turned the cold on a little bit. Doesn't seem to be affecting anybody down on the field, however.
No, the lacrosse is hot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and the sidelines, no one's reaching for those parkas or jackets. Players are all,
Yep.
well, they look a little cold.
Yeah. we have some hugging down there on the sideline, trying to stay warm, some bouncing about.
Yeah.
Let's see what Coach Shea has drawn up out of this timeout. I know she'd love an opportunity to take a 2-goal lead here.
Mackenzie Brewer dishes it off to Roberts. Roberts.
Got a little
Ostrowski.
running a weave here with some great picks on ball, creating little 2-man opportunities.
Good switching on Maryvale's part.
Great switching. Maryvale's communicating through every single one of those picks. Hasn't been daylight yet. What a play by Chloe Thomas. Man.
And a shot clock violation.
shot clock violation.
And up the other way we come.
Again, more of the same with the defensive strength. And, I mean, Thomas there, my goodness, just so sound, so stout. Able to get her stick on Robert's stick, kind of create that little turnover there, and then they ate the shot clock up. You know, this has been a battle watching the two of them all game. Both of them coming out on top in different moments.
Now Maryvale slowing things down, setting it up. Here comes the double team.
And you're kind of seeing the difference between both teams and where they're choosing to attack. Spalding's running a lot of their stuff from the top, while Maryvale seems to be running things from behind the cage, maybe looking for more inside feeds.
They're cutting off all the action in the front of the net with that double team.
Down to 20 on the shot clock here for Maryvale. And we draw a foul. Maryvale draws a foul there. 12 seconds.
Shot score!
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Lainey Minderline coming up big again for Maryvale. Makes it a 5-5 game.
Number 18, Lady Minderline, her third straight goal.
Minderline has been so crafty with the ball in her stick in tight situations. Her angles, the way she's able to protect and get underneath the defense has led to the goals that she scored tonight.
3 straight goals for Minderline for Maryvale. And we will go to the draw with Carly Aldridge, and coming in, Ellie Downs will be on the draw for Spalding.
I think you're right, Larry. Downs has taken every draw for Spalding so far tonight. Maryvale has mixed it up a lot.
5 minutes, 58 seconds, halfway through the fourth quarter, and we're tied up 5-5.
Both crowds really getting into it now, Larry.
Capacity crowd here tonight. And control by number 27 for Spalding, Mackenzie Brewer.
Control, Mackenzie Brewer.
Yeah, full house tonight. And I spoke to both coaches about, what kind of advice they would have for some of the young lacrosse athletes in the crowd tonight for joining their teams. And both mentioned about being respectful, but also being great teammates. They felt that being a great teammate was the best way to get noticed, especially at this high level of lacrosse.
Well, one thing's for sure, you've got to play together. And so being a great teammate is what it's all about. Shot!
What
and
a
save. And controlled.
Man, I don't even know how DeLuca saw that ball. It came off a pick play. Great catch, quick release, and somehow she got her stick down.
And Maryvale takes it behind the net. And as you said, they like to set up back there. And now it's up on top. Number 17. Shot and score! Number 19, we're hearing Emma Moan.
Emma Moan, yep.
That's a fourth straight goal for number 18, Lady.
Oh, Lainey Minderline.
Oh,
So number
Minderline.
18. 18.
Well, I was just about to mention how quiet, Caden Reese has been for the Lions, and it doesn't seem to matter. Minderline has stepped up immensely, 4 straight goals, putting her team on top. We'll see how Spalding adjusts here in these next 4 minutes.
4 minutes, 36 seconds remains in regulation, we'll say now.
Right. And I'll tell you, each draw from here on out more and more important than the last.
Ellie Downs, Carly Aldridge. And controlled by number 1, Ava Basegla. And timeout called.
Timeout, Lions.
And both teams have 1 timeout remaining for the game. Pretty smart usage by the coaching staffs.
Each team with 1 timeout left. 4 minutes, 27 seconds in regulation. Maryvale now with a 1-goal lead, 6-5.
And again, these are, I think, emotion handling timeouts here. Maryvale's got the lead, got to keep them calm and patient. And Spalding, you don't want that doubt or anything to creep in out of this timeout. Your coach, Shay, is telling them we're fine. Do what works. Be us at this moment.
And a reminder to folks that immediately following the game, we'll have the awards presentation. So stick with us. See the runner-up plaque awarded. And then the championship bowl. Each player gets a medal commemorating the championship here tonight. So that awards presentation will happen immediately following the game. Maryvale will control.
Student section from Maryvale imploring the Lions on.
And his ball brought in our direction. Ava Baselga got it over, and a fall and down on the far sideline. It'll be Maryvale possession. Reese is going to take it.
Full 90 for Maryvale on the possession clock. They are going to eat some of that here, I would imagine.
4 minutes exactly remaining in the game. Yeah. A good chance to eat a minute of this at least, right?
I would think so. I think you let the clock get down to 60 seconds before you start putting something in place here. And you can see how spread out wide they are, not intent to go. And here we go. Look to the sideline for Coach Reese to call the play in. Having a little conversation here. They might let this get down to 30 before they start. Oh, here they go at 40. And look at the backer that's sent immediately by Spalding.
And it's going to stay with Maryvale.
Yeah, off Spalding's stick, but gets them down to
15 seconds. And taken away by the Spalding goalie.
I'm telling you, I think Davis is hurt in some capacity or something's wrong. That's the third clear in the row that she has not thrown the ball. I mean, you never want to speculate on something like that, but she was clearing the ball a little bit earlier. Oh.
The timeout was called.
Wow.
Wow.
What a call. What a call by Coach Shea.
Timeout Cavaliers.
Right on the sideline. Didn't want to lose possession. She was able to get the timeout in before the ball went out of bounds. That is her last timeout.
2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in regulation. When we come back, it'll be Spalding's possession, right?
It will be Spalding's ball coming out. Right on the sideline, I expect some heavy pressure there from the Maryvale Ride to try to get that ball turned back over.
Fans, one more reminder, only authorized personnel are allowed on the field before, during, or after the conclusion of the game. Please do not storm the field. Stay in the stands. We'll have a brief award ceremony following the conclusion of tonight's game.
Asking fans to
not storm
not
it.
storm. Always a safety factor, but it'll be hard for these two fan bases. I mean, whoever comes out on top, it'll be the first time in a long time, and it's a massive accomplishment for whichever program is the winner here today.
Yeah, we've seen some wonderful lacrosse this evening, and hard to control those emotions when you win.
Oh, absolutely. See Maryvale bench getting the student section involved. We're feeling a little confident here with 2 minutes on the clock, 2:20 on the clock.
Well, the goalie's now walking it up, and she
There's a clear.
first pass, yeah.
So maybe a strategy move by Spalding there. A player down here.
She went down awkwardly too.
Yeah.
When you're starting to fall forward like that and
Larry,
try to keep your balance.
I was just going to say, a lot of people don't understand how fast these girls are moving, and even just the slightest touch can really get you off your feet due to the momentum. Yeah, we are officially under 2 minutes, so any yellow card here for either team would make them a man down for the remainder of the regulation. And that Roberts-Thomas matchup that we've seen so much tonight.
The double team stack is right there.
Great stick by Thomas, my goodness. Again, frustration by Roberts, but Thomas just made an amazing play on the ball.
1:30 remaining.
Just a quick stick. Anticipation there. Great defensive play. Ooh.
And player goes down in front of the Maryvale bench.
Yep. Saw that coming. They had a yellow card there. Push out of bounds. Again, physicality at the end of the game. Tightness, frustration, trying everything you can to make a play for your team sometimes leads to those mistakes. Spalding is going to be down for the remainder of the fourth quarter.
1 minute, 20 seconds remains in regulation.
You know, and this is going to change what Maryvale, I think, does a little bit out of the timeout. I mean, they have the advantage here, up a woman with 1:20 left, and the lead. Right now, the game is going to be on their mental side and on their stick side. Let's not make mistakes.
And the shot clock's not an issue.
The shot clock is not a factor here. I expect, again, Spalding's going to come out with everything they got. Let's see what kind of tricks that Spalding has to maybe force that turnover and give themselves another chance to get a shot off and tie the game.
Expect Spalding to pull their goalie? Nope.
Seems like goalie's going to be in, but they still might pull her out and help with the ride. They still might get her out of the cage, have her pick up a woman. Ideally, you know, you want to try to maybe have your goalie pick up the furthest pass away and really send everybody out to pressure. I mean, an open goal at this point is actually your friend.
Yeah.
You really hope that Maryvale shoots it on an open goal at this point.
Maryvale with no timeout, though. Neither team with a timeout remaining.
You got Moen with the ball right by the Maryvale bench. Ella Bartek on her on defense. Everybody else locking off, trying to create no paths. We're going to see the pressure that they're able to provide here.
Trying to drive to a corner.
Yep. Spalding trying to lock off adjacents. Davis is playing out of the goal a little bit, not quite marked up, just in the middle. We got to check to the sphere. It's going to be Maryvale ball again. But she's got a double team on her right off of the whistle. "40 seconds left.
Score! That's going to be a major.
Huge, huge play. 18.
I believe that was Laney Minderline
I
again.
mean, who else for the Maryvale Lions tonight?
Lions follow score by number 18, Lady Minderline.
Minderline has been incredible. Just whenever her
Your
team has needed
MVP
her.
of the game for sure.
Gotta be
if
it.
there was one.
If there was, and I'll tell you, first 3 quarters of this game, I was going to try to pick between a goalie. Now, the question is going to be here, did Minderline score too soon? You could score a goal in about 6 seconds in lacrosse if all things go right, so we'll see how this draw goes. This draw could probably be winning draw if Maryvale is able to possess it.
The great news for Maryville, it is a 2-goal lead. So
That's true. Got to do it twice.
and some of the people heading to the exits. So it
Seems a bit premature, Larry.
yeah,
It's a tight
the way this
here.
game is going,
Right. We've seen stranger things.
you and I aren't going anywhere.
No, sir.
What a night of lacrosse.
I mean, this is everything I think you hope and dream of when you play lacrosse in the A Conference and the IAAM.
A loose ball.
Here we go, that 50-50
Spalding.
ball. Who's gonna? All right, Spalding with an opportunity, 23 seconds left. You gotta go here. There is no option
There's
for
no
setup.
sidelines here. Got to go in the middle.
Oh my, what a call here. Okay, looked like she was gonna award a yellow card to Spalding, but it doesn't seem. Just a common foul here.
No time. Got to go to goal.
Ostrovsky's got to go.
And it's going to wind
gonna
out. 5
wind.
seconds. 2, 1, and it is over.
Congratulations.
Your IAAM champions from Maryvale.
What a game, Larry. What a game. And the mob scene is on for the Lions. And the tough walk back to the sideline for the Cavaliers, but they should not hang their head. This was
Not
a
at all.
heck of a game.
Not at all. It was a fantastic game and gutty performance by Spalding.
Gutty performance by Spalding, by both teams. Incredible competition, incredible lacrosse. As we said earlier, it is a shame that someone had to come out on the bottom of this one because this was just a great game.
And masterful goaltending.
Masterful goaltending. I mean, what we saw, it's the height. And you can hear the Maryvale School song being sung. It's just jubilation over here to the Lions. And you can see them running to their crowd, their supporters.
And they're going to celebrate with their fans. Classmates, parents, grandparents, neighbors, and friends.
You see in the father-daughter hug there, or Minderline hug with Reese there. I mean, what a game that kid played today. Maryvale, again, been climbing steadily over the last 4 seasons, and they've been able to bring it home tonight for their fans and their school.
And we'll line up for the ceremonial and real part of the IAAM culture, the handshake, sportsmanship at midfield.
Yeah, I mean, this is really what makes our league our league. Incredible competition, but more importantly, incredible sportsmanship. It's tough. It's tough after a tough loss like that, but that integrity and that sportsmanship comes first in our league, and also the respect for such great opponents and such great lacrosse on both sides.
And as you said, Spalding has no reason to hang their heads, and lots of hugs going on out there right now. I've got a feeling a lot of these players have seen each other and played with each other at different levels, and will continue to play at different levels with each other. So
absolutely,
it's
your attention to the field for our award ceremony.
I mean,
and now the awards.
Immense respect on both sides. You know, NFL. If this was pros, we might see some jersey swapping going on out there after the game.
And we have the sport chair
Runners-up
from Garrison Forest.
Archbishop Spalding.
The
Congratulations
AD
on
giving out the
season and a great championship game.
runner-up plaque to Archbishop Spalding, represented by their seniors. And now the championship plaque, the championship bowl.
You can just tell how much this meant to that program and to these girls.
Big step forward.
Big step forward. First time since 2002 holding the hardware at the end of the season and being crowned the champions of the A Conference.
And now they'll have the Kodak moment, as some of us old people say, as we get a picture in front of the banner citing their champions of the IAAM A Conference in lacrosse.
Yeah, and this is, an incredible day for our league. We look forward to being back here tomorrow for 2 more great lacrosse games. Mercy and Mount DeSales for the B Conference crown, and Catholic and Annapolis Area Christian for the C. So I'm excited to be back and see more great lacrosse. But tonight, the night belongs to the Lions. Just great execution. Again, we talked a lot about it on the broadcast, but the poise by both teams. I mean, it never seemed like the game was out of hand until it was.
Well, Freddie, it's going to be another exciting day tomorrow. Look forward to some more lacrosse. You can connect with us the same way you did for this game on the IAAM website, the Championship Center. And we look forward to having you join us tomorrow. Congratulations to both teams. Freddie, it's been a pleasure working with you. Look forward to tomorrow. We have Morgan Knox on the camera. It's been a great night here at Tierney Field at USA Lacrosse. Thank you for joining us, and we'll say goodnight. Thank you.
Thank you.